Ned, I'm pissed. I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah,
we were talking about it a little bit before the show. My identity got stolen.
Yeah.
The Rager has come to an end.
Hey, as long as they don't steal the Effin Rager Venmo account, which, guys, is at Effin Rager on Venmo.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Our funds are safe.
You might have to send some money that way to pay for my obscene party habits. Look, let's jump into it. Talking about party habits, I definitely, did some partying this weekend. What about you, buddy? How's your freaking weekend?
Yeah, I also did some partying.
Yeah, cool.
Are you're pretty frazzled about the ID thing, yeah?
My identity is...
Do you want to go by something different today instead of Connor Clifton? This is your chance because you're not Connor Clifton right now. That's somebody else.
Slaw Dog.
Okay, so tonight it's Slaw Dog and Ned.
All right.
I'll go by...
Mustard Man?
Nah, I don't like Mustard Man. Actually, call me Digi John.
Oh, okay.
Dijon.
Did your identity get stolen?
Nah. Actually, I haven't checked if my identity got stolen. Guys, if you have my identity, call in at 713-526-8737 and do your best me.
Yeah, I think every 6 months one should check their breasticles, testicles, and your IDs. Make sure.
And your treasure chesticles.
Yeah, make sure
where you keep your money.
All right, I'm really thrown off.
Okay, weekend. Let's talk about weekend. Remember the good times when you had an identity.
Yeah. When I used to be somebody.
Yeah.
And now I'm nothing.
Friday night.
What do we do?
You hung out with Jade for a bit. I did that that improvised dating show.
Yeah.
Which, guys, it had the word improvised in it, so I assumed I would just show up there with, like, a name. And I got there, and the other two contestants in my part were, like, fully costumed and had tech cues. And I was like, oh, no. But I flew by the seat of my pants, and I flew very high. And
oh, that's right. And we also watched the Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah.
El Camino.
That was great.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Hoot and a half.
Ooh, so
Actually,
good.
2 hoots.
2 hoots. Okay.
Yeah.
Saturday, what'd you do?
Saturday, I drove up to Blanco, Texas to go play a show at Real Ale Brewery with Swimwear Department. It's a brewery in the middle of the woods. It's almost as old as St. Arnold's, and they have a distillery in there as well. It was real fun. It was great, yeah. Just played the show and then drove back.
Cool. I watched the Astros game. Didn't do much.
Nice.
I hung out with Rahul, friend of the show.
Good. How's he doing? Healthy?
Good. He's doing good. We had a little tiff.
Yeah.
And I think we're past the tiff. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see
You're
him.
past the tiff as he steals your identity.
If Rahul's
$400 in purchases.
Ooh, man. Ooh. It's all at the same Kroger. I have my car.
Is that Kroger near Raul's house? Here, dox him real quick so we can just see if it's near.
123 Ralph Street, Rahul, Texas, 77429.
Friend of show lane.
Yeah. Look, after that, Sunday, it was our neighbor's birthday party, and it was also the bonfire, our monthly bonfire in the neighborhood.
The old Hunter Moon was in this guy.
Full moon bonfire. And I also watched the Astros game. I was that rude guy at the party who had his phone up, and all the other guys who didn't want to be at the party just found me and kept asking me how the game was going. And that's all I did. What about you?
It's about the same thing. Sunday, we were just with each other the whole day, getting stuff ready for Spooky Stand-Up, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Spooky Stand-Up, that's going to be at the Secret Group. And speaking of the Secret Group, your guest tonight friggin' works there. He performs there. He has a show there called Bad Idea. Everyone, please welcome your guest for tonight, Zahid Dewji. Zahid! Hey, how are you?
Good.
Man, we've been trying to get you on the show for a bit.
I don't want to ever do it.
I'm here against my will right now.
Well, we got you now.
No, I'm happy to be here. I work, so that's hard.
Yeah. I was asking. You said
some of us have jobs.
Okay.
And identities that are our own.
Wow, and your identity is wrapped up in your job.
Yeah.
Me, hey, man.
Sadder words have never been spoken.
I'm home free, baby. I'm just going to wander America now. I'm going to do some Kerouacking. No identity, no car.
Can you say that on the radio?
Kerouacking? Kerouacking off, I can't say, but I can say Kerouacking.
Oh, that's good that we're on a delay.
Yeah, nobody listens to
All
us.
of our jokes are on a delay. No one laughs at them till later.
Oh, I just got it.
I'm just going to use up that button today. No more.
So, Zahid, how was your freaking weekend?
I stole someone's identity.
Tight.
It was what happened this weekend? Oh, I was at the Improv all weekend with very funny Dusty Slay.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was,
yeah.
I saw
from
that.
from Hat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you
man.
actually have a good time, or you just got a hat?
Not only was I legally obliged to have a good time, but I also genuinely had a good time.
That's good.
So it
Great.
was, no, he's great. He's
I love
the funniest guy.
like following the law, and it like
Yeah.
works out in your favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got to we went to have lunch, and I was so excited. I went to go up. I brought Dusty Rhodes with me.
Double Dusties.
I was so excited for it. I couldn't I was so excited to be like,
Did
you guys won't believe this. Hey, Dusty, meet Dusty. But then
Oh, okay. So they didn't know the Dusties were about to meet.
well, Dusty Rhodes did Slay, but then
Yeah.
I waited to tell Slay. But the funny thing was, like, when Dusty Slay saw Dusty Rhodes, he was like, he goes, you got the whole outfit. He like he couldn't believe that she was how she is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause she had
yeah.
like her own Astros trucker hat
Uh-huh.
and like this, and I think in his head he was like, I think you're just like girl me. And so, but we had a great lunch. It was really fun.
That's
So-
cool. Did they do the mirror thing where they put their hands up to each other and were like,
I
"Oh."
made them.
Yeah. It's-
I told you I was gonna have a good time.
Did you,
it was 30 minutes into lunch and I forced it.
No, it was a fun weekend, man.
Now, you're a performer, and like we mentioned earlier, you also work in the comedy industry here in Houston.
Yeah.
And I definitely went... Oh, tone of voice change. Well, no, I know...
I don't like it.
Oh, no!
That's it.
Oh.
I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's too much. You know what? It's not anybody else's fault, but basically, it's just like if you. How do I? It's just too much of the same side. It's like the daytime's like one side, and then the nighttime's the other side.
Right.
So there's like it's
Yeah.
hard to get away from it, and you need
Yeah.
you need to get away from comedy to like be a person.
I was gonna say,
That's
like,
what I just mean.
Do you
Yeah.
watch comedy movies at home, or are you like a straight, just like drama, like get me out of this?
Or do you just yell into a mirror?
No, of course. That'd be so funny if I was
I
like,
just sit in
"I
my
hate comedy."
sit in my room and eat toothpaste while I'm not working.
No, it's been 3 years now, and I love the C group. I love working there. It's just it's just a lot of comedy stuff. And so
Yeah,
after as you get older and stuff, you're just like, oh, like you have to find ways to get out of comedy for a second so that you can do comedy.
Now,
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll lose your mind.
On
It's
that,
kinda
what
sad.
are the things that you do to get away from comedy?
I eat toothpaste.
Okay.
That's my big.
Cool. What are you, Aquafresh, Crest, Colgate,
He's a Tom's boy.
Pepsodent? You have Pepsodent? America's toothpaste?
Arm and Hammer
Ooh.
Why are they even trying?
makes you
Like
cross
they're
an
not
arm and a
even
leg.
in the running.
Because there's a one that foams.
You know, they're not even in the run. Like everyone else surpassed you.
Well, they have the baking soda market like cornered. So like, screw it. Let's make some toothpaste.
Like that's why I like Saturn. Saturn was making cars, and they were like, "We're done, guys. We're not. Come on. We knew it."
I think the
We tried.
people who buy Arm & Hammer toothpaste still live in bomb shelters. They're just waiting it
I
out.
used to buy it. And then my bomb shelter got locked. I lost all my lost all my
Lost my
tubes.
keys.
Yeah.
So, do you find, I mean, you also play music.
Yeah.
I mean, when your hobby becomes your passion, which becomes your life,
Right.
what then becomes your hobby?
Literally, I just love doing nothing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good sit.
I'm a big advocate
You know?
of doing
And
nothing.
then- you remember that episode of? Did you guys watch Seinfeld a lot? Big Seinfeld fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
Do you remember
yeah.
that?
Even more than me.
Yeah. Do you remember when Elaine is like dating Putty, and then they get on that airplane, and then Putty's just they finally get back together, and Putty's just staring at the seat in front of him.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're not going to read anything?" He's like, "No." It's that. That's what I do. I just
That sounds-
sit.
That's solid. Yeah.
On Sundays, I'll literally turn my phone off. Like on Sundays, I'll just
Ooh,
turn it
yeah.
off. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I'll use my iPad to watch football because I play fantasy football.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then I'll just watch when it's not football season. I'll just read or I'll just sit down for a second. Like I'll literally just try to not do anything.
Right.
That's about it. It sounds pretty boring, but
No, that's
it's
good.
not. That's
Yeah.
what do you think
Yeah.
we do? I mean, Ned doesn't stop doing anything. He's a machine. He's like a shark. He
If
can't
I'm really
stop.
tired, I kind of roll into a wheel and just go.
Yeah.
no, it's rare that you get like a lot of like friends and stuff. Like you guys do comedy and you get it. Like you know that like when you're like doing anything creative or like doing stuff, and your friends are like, "When do you want to hang out?" You're like, "I'm never gonna see you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see
You want to come to my show?
Yeah, that's
Which
it.
always
And-
feels awful.
And as you get older, you start to realize like that's where my priority is right now. I'm already risking so much by still doing this. So no, I'm not gonna come see you. And it's not that I
Or your stupid baby.
Yeah, I don't care about your thing. I barely care about my thing.
Dude, call me when your baby's got a type 5, okay?
Yeah.
We'll put him up.
Man, that is a tough thing.
So that's just like, yeah, you have to dedicate to it.
You wake up one day and you realize all my friends are performers.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah. No, it honestly is like taking me a little bit, especially like I'm 32 now, so now it's just like, oh, I'm doing this. Damn it.
You're
Like,
doing it in spades, man.
Yeah.
You are performing all over the place. You performed all over the world. You're great.
That's the interview. We're
That's
done.
the review you got.
That's where
Yeah.
it stops.
Yeah. I think you're one of my absolute favorite comedians in town.
Oh,
You kidding
thanks,
me?
man.
I mean, we've been
appreciate that.
watching you for years and years and years now. I think I've
Yes.
seen you in every possible style of show. Like,
Yeah.
and you're always great. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
What? Yeah, you did some comedy overseas last summer.
I
or-
got booked to do a tour in India.
Yeah.
A 3-city tour in India.
What is that like? Because it's not everyone's
like
speaking
a lot
English
of
on the
Indians.
tour, right?
A lot of
Yeah.
people. I don't tell you that. I had some stupid joke about my friends calling me, and be like, "Is it different? Is it the same than Texas?" And I was like, "What I said is like, it's very hot. There's a lot of brown people. There's a lot of cows. It's the exact same. It's the exact same as Texas." It was fun. Actually, I just did my set in English. There was like some comics that did like a little Hinglish, a little mix.
Hinglish?
Yeah, Hindi and English mixed
Oh,
together.
I should have
Yeah.
used
Well,
contact
that's
clues.
fine.
Well, if you're in Denmark, there'd be a Dinglish.
Dinglish, Peter Dinglish.
Yeah, Peter
from-
Dinglish. Yeah.
Whew, from Lord of the Dings. I'll save it. I will save it. I stay in the pocket.
Thank you
I
so much. This is
refuse-
going to be a good episode.
I refuse to give up. There'll be times where I'm like just bombing on stage. I'm like, I'll hold on though.
No, we're not done
We're
here
not,
until
and
you guys laugh at this.
I'll stay in the pocket against no matter how many people don't want it. Yeah, it was cool actually. I just did it, and I wrote a little bit of stuff for them. Like, I think I started off by being like, I think the first time I was like, oh, I get it. I'm like the white guy here, and then that kind of just broke the tension a little bit. It's really just they're still speaking English and stuff too. It's just like most of them doing their sets in Hindi, so I can understand when there was comics doing their sets in Hindi. Where I'd be like, is it kind of like, did you just we're doing this, and then be like, yeah, that was it, or no, I was trying to do this. I was like, okay, cool, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I don't speak Hindi, but I can understand a little bit of it. So
Right.
it was really fun. It was really fun, and I had like a blast. Like everything was paid for, and I was just happy.
Oh, that
like,
rules.
Yeah, I was just like, so it was great. It was awesome, man.
Did you go out partying with anyone?
Yeah, I would party with the promoter was my age, 31. Akash, he helped run some of the clubs there. So actually, it was like one night where he had it's like all 30 or 30-year-olds, whatever. So he had like a ping pong table in his apartment, and we like went to his apartment, like the window, the AC's like not good, and they're all like, I don't smoke pot, but they're all smoking like this really crappy weed. It's so like it's got like seeds and stuff, and they're just like blazing in the green room, and like so they're just like smoking pot. And we're playing table tennis, but they're like at the time.
Wait a second. Their comedy scenes are comedy
Yeah.
scenes. I love it. Every comedy, no matter where you go, you just see like a circle of like long-haired dudes smoking a joint, and you're like, oh, there's all the comedians.
It took me a while. Like I had done a poster for Tom Segura like years ago, and his tour was called Everywhere Is the Same. And it's taken like I've done a little traveling over the last couple of years, and everywhere is the same, and everyone is the same. It's just different versions of the same thing.
We had someone asking what cities in India.
Mumbai. It was Mumbai, Delhi, and Gurgaon.
And were all their comedy clubs called Yuck Yucks and Yank My Chains?
Dude,
and
if you
Taj
knew the
Goofy
Indian,
Toes.
funny racist Indian stuff I really wanted to say right now.
well, I thought it was the cop thing. Hey, that's right. We still have these samples going on.
Yeah.
So just keep telling your story over this.
So anyways, that was
I did want. So you said that everywhere.
it was at the Canvas Laugh Club, by the way. They had a couple of clubs all over India.
So you said that everywhere is the same,
Pretty
and
much.
people are the same.
Yeah.
Now, when Ned and I went up to Boston, Worcester, sorry, The comedians, yes, definitely like the same kind of theme, same kind of vibe. But we interacted with the people, the common folk there, the non-performers. No, we met some union guys, which we don't have here.
We don't have unions here?
Nah.
No.
Huh.
Civil ones, maybe, but
Okay, now.
Even that's a bit of a stretch here in Texas.
Maybe blooming. I know, blooming unions. I went with it. It's a Chili's joke. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. I'm not good at this. Just start crying.
yeah, you're doing better than we are.
Did a blooming.
Blooming union.
I love it.
Unions fastest for bloom.
So that's how you party when you're out on the road. This show is about partying and how it can lead to these lifelong friendships. But I want to ask, what is your party style? You said you don't smoke pot. How do you prefer to party?
My friend Avery Moore from Austin has this joke about, and I'm trying to get better, but she has this joke about 70s rock music, and there's like some song where he's like, everything all the time. What's the name of the song? Everything all the time. It's like some I think it was the Eagles or something. I can't remember who
Is
it
it
was.
AC/DC?
Everything
all the time.
And
I can find it.
that's the thing. Was like I'm not great at I'm getting better at curbing myself, like being like, all right, slow down, relax.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
It's just one of those things. I don't know, but you definitely meet like cool. Did you find the song?
I'm working.
You're working on it?
I'm looking it up.
All right.
On computers.
On computers. I mean, for right now, I think I would say honestly, like beyond that, just hanging out with the people that you're there to hang out with, and I think at Secret Group it's different because I am kind of a face of that club a little bit without
Your name is in a lot of places there.
Their Zahid Suck stickers are all over that club that Abby Ficklin made one day as a joke because this guy Will that used to work there used to carve it into everything. So she went and made stickers.
It's been on the marquee too. Like it's hard not to see it.
Yeah, but I just mean like when I'm there, like everyone said, like you say hi to other people. But like if you're at like a house party or you're in a different city, you're just like, yeah, I'm hanging out with people that I know, and I'm gonna try to be nice, and not trying to be a rude person.
You're not the guy climbing on top of the roof. And it's like, try and kill me.
No.
Can I say, the first time I saw those Zod Suck stickers, I thought, this is very cheeky. I honestly thought, I was like, who the hell is trolling Zod like this? I got really upset.
Oh, really?
I definitely was just like, who the...
I thought it was so funny.
This was years ago, and I told you about it, and you're like, oh, they're just goofs. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because at first I was like, Zod!
Yeah.
Somebody
I'm
is
also
pranking you.
I'm also
There's
like
a wolf in sheep's clothing putting up stickers.
It could be someone
your
you
name.
trust.
No, this guy Will that used to work there. Do you remember the big muscle guy?
Yeah,
Really?
Carpenter Man.
Crazy guy. He's the best. He's like the sweet. But he would just like carve it into stuff. It's just like
you don't tell a guy with arms like that to stop
at
carving
one point
either.
there was like pumpkins left over from Halloween, and then he put Zahid Sucks in the and he carved. I was like, this is so funny, man. And then Abby just made some stickers one day, and I was like, I love this. This is stupid. I love.
That's great.
I love being self-deprecating.
Yeah.
I'm not like a. Don't make fun of me. Like it's very stupid. I like roasting and joking around. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Good that you have a
Roasting
sense
and not boasting. Yeah.
yeah, that's right, man.
Now, you party hard nowadays, but how has your party style evolved? Do you remember your very first party that you attended as a child?
Yeah. I was in high school. It was that like last 6 months where everyone was like, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Let's all hang out. Like you were at the party that you should not have been at.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like all social boundaries are gone.
Gone because we're out
Nerds with jocks, jocks with goths.
Union guys, not union guys. I don't know why there's high school. So I hung out with the non-union guys at the party. No, I just sat down, like had a beer, and I remember being like, I don't like beer.
This
like,
sucks.
Yeah, I remember like sitting down and being like, so you just drink this? Like just sitting down, just like being like, you drink this? And my friend sat down, and she was like one of your friends that's like hot, but she's your friend. You know how that is? And but when you're in a high
all my friends.
when you're
super
when
hot.
you're in high school, you're like, everyone's the hottest person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it was like guys like trying to talk to her, and she's like, I don't like you, and we just sit down and talk, and then we just left. That was like the first party experience.
That sounds pretty good though. Like in
Yeah.
and out. You didn't have to. Did you ever have to like run from cops or anything?
We were.
as
I
a
mean,
youth?
I was a theater kid.
Hell yeah.
So
a lot
all
of kissing
our,
parties. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, finger blast. You can't say that on the radio. I don't know about that.
We'll let it slide.
We just say we
finger
don't know
we
what
mean.
that means.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can explain.
No.
Finger blast. You mean that sale at Fingers Furniture?
That's so stupid. Does that dump commercial still make you laugh when he goes like
To the dump, to the dump. Are you joking? Yeah, of
every
course.
time?
Oh, well, here's the
It's
thing.
never gotten away from me.
I haven't been able to hear the whole thing. Now all I hear is at the dump, and then it ends.
At the really?
They just say dump, and then it's over. I don't get to hear the dump to the dump to the dump.
That sounds like Brian Regan. He's gotten away. I've been saying this, but he's gotten away with the most offensive voice for 20 years because he works clean. Do you know who Brian Regan is?
Yeah.
You've been a walkie and talking. I'm like, well, we all know what voice that is, buddy. We know what you're doing.
Oh no.
And he just gets away. No one says he's the funniest guy.
Because he
So-
never says things like finger blast.
Yeah. No, all my high school. I mean, I used to just smoke a lot of pot in high school with the theater kids. So, and we had. Here's the crazy part. I was friends with my three best friends. We were all in theater. They were in a band together. I was not in the band with them. They started it before we met.
So what was the band called?
It's called Androgen.
What?
Yeah.
Is it metal? What is that?
No, they're just like kind of like a.
Were you new wave?
I wasn't any way, dude. You know, I'll ride alone. Because no one will have me. And
Androgen.
that'd
Are
be
you on
funny if there was a
Spotify?
desperado guy who's like that, but he's just like sad about it. He's like, no one rides with this guy because nobody likes this personality. He always ends up. He goes from badass to like sad real quick.
Right,
Sad
like
ass. All right.
Tandem
anyways.
bike everywhere
Fat
going on
ass.
it.
So we had our friend Matt Morelli. He's this amazing piano player, and his dad. He used to live with his dad, and they're Italian, and so we would actually go to his garage, and it was three musicians. Like we're all actor. All of us were in theater together. He had this like piano out. He would play like jazz piano. His dad would serve us wine over a checkered tablecloth, make us seafood
hell?
pasta, and then we would play poker and get high. That was what we did in high school. A
Cool.
lot. Yeah. We look back on it and we're like, we're in The Sopranos. This is like the strangest.
You're like one glass of whiskey away
Yeah.
from committing an Ocean's 11.
It was like very that 70s show meets like Goodfellas. Like that's
I'd watch it. I'd watch the hell out of that.
But you know, then it was just high school theater stuff. So it was fun. Actually, my high school experience was really fun.
That's nice.
So that's kind of my party
Yeah.
stuff. Was
Were you theater all through like middle school and high school, or like?
no starting.
I guess you have a music background. Did you do orchestra or band?
I got into NYU as an actor, and then quit to get a degree in music education.
Right.
So I actually changed to music in college, like first
Awesome.
year. Yeah, but it's stunk because now I'm like I have so much debt.
It's
It's really a lot. But I ride alone. 'Cause no one will have me. Most banks.
I mean, you're a beautiful piano player.
Thank you.
Paid
yeah.
off.
I've heard you rip the guitar before.
Yeah.
At Spooky Stand Up a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah.
the band together.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
we didn't have a
Band.
Groovy
Yeah,
Ghoulies?
I was like ghouls.
The girls.
So,
yeah.
Whatever.
You guys excited for Spooky Stand Up?
I'm super excited. I got my character idea now. So
What is it?
Pretty stoked. I can't
Bruce
just say it on the
Springsteen.
screen. Oh,
Black guy with the guitar.
well, not anymore. It's not. Yeah. Now I want to do. Did you ever see Power Team as a kid? That religious like strongman group.
Oh man, that sounds so familiar.
They're like, we're going to use the power of God to break 9 bats in a row, and the guy's just like,
Oh,
snapping him
yeah,
super
yeah,
fast. He's
yeah.
like, Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus. So I want to be a guy who's did not make it into Power Team, and he's like, guess God just had a different plan for me.
Oh, that's funny. I like
And
that.
I'm gonna try to break a bunch of boards on stage.
Fail.
I do want to start my own gang
Okay.
of things. So it's like the Big Bod God Squad
Okay.
of strongmen.
Big Bod God Squad.
I'm still working it out. It's a work in
I like
progress.
that.
but
I like that.
Yeah, I love Spooky Stand Up. Favorite time of the year.
That's
Yeah.
such a good show.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, I was also like, I have pictures of the last two like in the green room before the show starts, and everyone has their hands in, and it's so funny because everyone's in character. So it's like Dracula's got his hands in with like just some cloud. Like it's just a funny photo for me every time. But
it's that's a tradition that we've carried over from the Microsatan days. Before every show.
Yeah, man.
That we'd all put our hands in and just
Yeah.
And I think even like there are people on shows that I don't know very well, and sometimes, to be honest, like maybe I don't prefer their company. Like it happens.
Totally feel you.
But if you're that moment, I think it really brings you all together and makes you feel like, hey, we are all part of this big show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's nice. Do you have pre-show rituals like that?
No, not really, man. I just try to I mean, it's mostly stand-up, so like usually I'm just going over like, am I doing any new jokes?
Yeah.
Am I messing with structure at all? Like, if I'm trying something, which is a lot of the times I'm doing, probably 9 out of 10 times, I'm focused on the thing that I'm adding or changing to it in my head. But I do notice from all of my recordings on my phone, because I record every set on my phone, as soon as my name gets called, I always go, yeah! And so every single recording, I'm like, I got to stop doing that. Because every recording starts with, yeah! But like no one can hear it. It's just to me walking up from the
That's
side.
you
I think that's nice.
casting out your first bullet.
It's so strange and weird. I'm like, and then when I don't do it, I'm like, I feel weird. Like, I'm like, I didn't do the thing.
Have you
At
ever?
least you're not going like, well, here I go choking again as you're walking up.
Have you ever done a show that the moment you get on stage, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done this one?
Yeah.
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 Can you share any stories with us?
Some immediate bombs.
Oh, okay.
Like, is that
I
like
was thinking more of like you walk up to you like, oh, this is a retirement community. I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Oh no, you know that when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
when I walk in the door, and usually it's rare, but it happens where they'll surprise you. Well, you'll walk into a room and you're like, this is damn it. Yeah. And then you go up and you're like, that show was great. But like, usually you can get a pretty good read for the most part, and occasionally you get humbled because you were wrong. You know what I mean? Like, like I'm definitely not like an ego guy for the most. I mean, I think you have to have some ego to perform at all.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not like one of those guys like this crap. But in your head, you're like, this is gonna be work. Like you can tell, you know. But then occasionally you'll come in, and you're like, I was wrong. They were like, for performing for brown people for me can be tough. And like one of the worst bombs I ever had was like walked in. I was doing like a charity gig that Joff recommended me to. This is so bad, dude. And it's like 150 brown people for this like charity, and I walk and they.
That was the name of the charity?
Yeah, 150 brown people. What they do is they get 149 of their best friends. They just hang out. I walked in and it was like, they were like, they're like, be there at 7 p.m. So I got there at 7. They're like, okay. So then I walk in, like no one's in the hall. Everyone's dressed up. I like was not told there was a dress code.
Oh man!
So already I'm like, I'm livid.
Yeah,
because I'm like,
you wearing shorts?
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that crazy. But I had come early from Dallas to like go, and I went straight to the hotel like ballroom for the gig, and I go in and like they're all dressed in like Indian garb, and you know, I don't know. So I walk in and then no one's in there, and I go, where is everybody? And they go, yeah, it's just 7 was like when we're starting, like the doors are opening, and I was like, why would you not tell me when the set time is? And they're like, your set's at 9:30, and I was like, so what am I gonna do for? I was like, I scheduled to hang out with my aunts, like I don't get to see my family, like my aunts and uncles, you know, a lot. So I was like, all right, well I'm gonna rush over there and come back. So I'm already like mad, and then I come in, and I just was like, just don't bring me up during dinner. And that's exactly what happens. They bring me up during dinner, and so as soon as I go up, no one is paying attention. Like a whole, and then I know no one's paying attention. So, and I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm like, whatever. I can start getting like bubbling, like with my like seething with like I'm now angry a little bit. I'm gonna mess with stuff, and then the guy's like trying to fix the lights to get the lights down, which he should have done before the thing started.
Yeah.
So then I jokingly go, yeah, keep doing that. I love that. And he goes, oh, okay. And I go, I'm being sarcastic. Please stop messing with the lights. And I think I asked like a 8-year-old, I was like, hey, what's your least favorite race? Because no one was paying attention to me. And she's like, all of them. And I was like, okay. And then
swinging the mic.
Yeah, I got off, and this one auntie like came up to me and she was like, I'm so sorry. They were so disrespectful. I can't believe that. And I was like, okay, thank you. And she felt bad for me. She felt bad. And the person that hired me, who was headlining for Chicago, felt so bad for me that they gave me double the money So that was nice.
Wow.
Then
That's
I
really
got
sweet.
to the secret group.
Yeah.
I go there, I see Joffre, I tell him the story. He starts laughing. And he goes, yeah, I turned that gig down last year. And I was like, well, then why did you recommend me for it? And he goes, I didn't think you were going to accept it. And I was like, it would have been nice if you'd have told me not to accept it.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, you really will do any show, won't you? And then we just he just made fun of me for doing the show he recommended me. It was such a bizarre experience. But then, flash forward to like this summer, my doctor actually runs like one of the, like this Indian program that's like popular like on the radio, and he booked me for a show for like same type of situation, all brown people, but different, not just like Muslims, just like Zoroastrians and Hindus and Muslims and agnostics, and it was great. I had a rocking set. Like it was like one of those things where I was like, I'm the king.
Yeah.
I'm the king of everything. It was so strange, and that just goes to show like you're like sometimes you could come in and you're like, I shouldn't have done. I remember like side stage going, I shouldn't have done this show.
Yeah.
And I even messaged Offer and he goes like, what's wrong with you? And then I went up and had like a monster set for like 45 minutes, just killed.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So then sometimes I'm just saying like sometimes you walk in and you're like,
Yeah.
no, and then it turns out you're wrong. That they're just like any other people that want to laugh.
That is the nice part about playing music, is that even in a setting where you're like, oh, this show is going to be so bad, at least you're loud. And you're like, I can play over people not listening to us, you know what I mean? But like doing a comedy gig like that where you're just like, well,
people
kind of shovel through this one.
yeah, people have always like kind of asked like, you know, I guess like similarities like music and comedy, and musicians and comics always talk, but it's like in the sense that like music is art because you can listen to music and get a variety of different feelings. Could be nostalgia, could be sadness, could be happiness, could be a lot of things, right? But like comedy was more craft related because you are trying to get an objective, qualified response from, like if this chair doesn't work, it's a bad chair.
Right.
If a joke, it's not work, it's a bad joke. It's not like there's a quantifiable thing you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
So like with music, like I can play it over. I was like, I could just be loud,
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
still not laughing. Like,
I guess
it's
you
just
could,
like-
yeah, you could take the Sam Kinison approach.
You want me to die?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, easiest way out, baby.
Sam Kinison is one of the most dead comics in Houston.
Wow.
You heard it here, folks. This guy, no one is safe. Not even the dead.
They built that
Spooky.
restaurant for him.
Look, don't make me hit the dump button, all right? Have some courtesy, for God's sake. My goodness.
No, it's spooky because of the Halloween. I'm trying to save it.
Yeah. Didn't they build that restaurant for him next to the secret group, Kim's son?
Sam Kim's
Sam
son?
Kim's son.
Oh my god. So funny.
So you also run a show called Bad Idea.
Why don't we just list dead comics, dude?
Okay.
Okay, no. I do run a show called Bad Idea.
I mean, I've got some dead comics.
Any dead comics on it?
Mitch Deadberg.
Mitch Deadberg, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Dane Cooking in Hell. Is he dead?
He's
Dane
alive.
Cook?
He's
No,
alive.
he's alive.
Oh, okay.
He is alive.
Yeah, he's coming to town soon.
You sounded like anybody's dad. Yeah, is he coming to town soon?
Yeah, he's gonna do the baseball field. Do a couple knock'em deads.
I
coming
I
to
heard the
town.
most dad comment when I was at the airport last week, where
told me this.
I'm sitting in the lobby
Yeah.
and this dad with his wife and kids get off the plane and walk by these massage chairs, and he just goes, "Oh, this airport has massage chairs." and I'm just sitting there with headphones on, just I cannot believe what I just heard.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor wife. Are you
Oh.
kidding? I bet he's happy as a clam because he's a dumbass. She's the one who married a dullard.
I laugh at that. I think like 10 minutes before you sent me that message, I was like walking by. I was like, oh shit, they got wings here now.
That's funny.
Oh man. Okay.
There's
so-
this. Sorry, I got to tell you this. One time, I when I landed on a flight, this mom was like sitting to the left of me, and her kids were in front of me. Right,
Mhm.
Two kids. It must have been like 13 to 15, like just teens, you know. And the mom goes like, they landed, and the mom is like trying to whisper, but it's like it's that plane whisper where it's like you're trying to whisper, but you can't because the plane noise
Yeah,
is
it's
too
so
much.
loud in there.
And
Yeah.
so we just landed. She's like, "Where's your laptop?" And the kid's like, I don't know. And she goes, did you sell it? And he goes, what? And she goes, I'm tired of you guys selling the stuff that I buy you. And I lost my mind. I was like, this is a habit. She keeps buying them, and then they keep Craigslisting them.
Why did I buy you that price gun?
Yeah.
You sold it.
But she said it in like that whispering. She's like, I'm tired of you guys buying and selling the stuff that I buy. And I'm like, everyone can hear you, lady. This is so funny. I just had to tell you that. Sorry.
No, it's great.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
It's a great interaction to hear on a plane.
Yeah. I love that the kid was like, I don't know where the laptop is. His mom was like, you sold it. You sell it again, you crackhead.
Where'd you get that earring? Yeah.
Crackhead. Little teen crackhead. This Thursday on ABC.
It's I've definitely gone through it myself, but I do think it's very funny when older parents or grandparents accuse kids of being like dope fiends.
Yeah, it's always...
my grandpa bought my brother $100 gift cards of McDonald's, and this was back when I had McDonald's dollars.
Yeah,
we had one individual one for each dollar.
Whoa.
And my grandpa said, "Yep, didn't want you buying pot, so here you go." And that was the whole thing. He just thought,
as if he couldn't trade a pothead for McDonald's money.
He was 9.
Or if I'm now not gonna.
He was 9 years old, and he's just like, nah, I know where you were gonna end up. But he was right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And now he weighs 500 pounds and smokes weed.
And has lots of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now, going back to Bad Idea.
Yeah.
This is a show that you have upstairs on the balcony at Secret Group.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell us the premise of this show?
Yeah, it's just an outdoor. They always say like comedy outdoors is not a good idea. And when the
Go
club,
on.
I think
When
I'm
the-
following you
Yeah,
here.
putting out there. When the club was starting, we used to go. Like some of us would just go out and hang out at this like warehouse that is now the club. Like, but their stairs weren't built yet, so we would. Like
You'd have to
Andrew
call-
and Chase would get like drunk and use the stair lift things. They would race them. But, like it was like the most dangerous thing that you could do. And so we took the like stair lift thing up all the way, the lift up all the way to the roof, and then Chase, it was Chase DeRusso's idea. He's like, you should have a show up here, man. I was like, no, that's a bad idea. And I remember saying like, that's a bad idea. And then we thought
Wait
about
a
it.
second.
What is
Let's
it?
race again.
Gasoline fight. That's what it reminds me of. It was like the most dangerous thing. Yeah, I started the show and I told them I was going to do it, and then I decided I was going to get free pizza. So at the time, like, we figured out so much since then, and we've also are still missing so much information. Like it's
I
constant.
love that you guys are
progress.
constantly like changing it up at the club, though. Like,
We're trying.
It's great.
Yeah, but we're trying. I mean, and I think that the thing is, like, everyone always had some idea of us being like these bro guy, like this. I think that there's this idea of like in Houston comedy of like, like these guys are this and this guy's. It's like, no, we're all idiots. You know, some of us might be like, okay, fine.
We all laugh at the dump commercial.
So like, I think that like. And I think more so, like, whenever we bring up, like, alt comedy or whatever, I think that prior to the Seeger Group, I don't think there's any other thing in Houston that has pushed the idea of alt comedy more. And just at the DIY level. Like, maybe Beta, but Beta was at, like, a very small level. And I think we're doing it at a much larger level.
Yeah.
And with much more, like, open arms and pushing things, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But anyway, so, yeah, I bought pizza for everybody. I would buy it from, like, Little Caesars, and then we got a sponsor, which is, like, Russo's Pizza now. Like, Angie Brown, like, helps out with that.
Awesome.
And shout out to her because she's the best for doing that. And now the show got on like Fox 26, and we were able to get like comics from. I mean, like other people in Texas and stuff hear about it, so like they reach out and like we're able to get, I think, better acts, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it took a while of growth. There was people that like one time did it, kind of scoffed at it. And then I would get messages from them 6 months later being like, when am I going to do it? And I was like, you did do it. And you kind of were kind of a jerk about it. Like, you're like, oh, this, you know, like.
Oh,
like,
no, I probably had food poisoning from that pizza. Let me do it again.
That
Yeah.
happened. There was people when I started that were like, would just be like, this is such a stupid, like, it's not going to work out. And we made it pay what you can. And it's one of the few pay what you can shows still left at Seeger Group. So
Yeah.
everything else has become like ticketed now.
Yeah.
Minus a couple of shows on Mondays and Tuesdays, but it's the only weekend show that's still pay what you can.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's fun. It's every third Friday. It's going to be on the Come and Take Comedy Fest, so that's cool.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Come
let's
and
talk
take
about
it.
Come and
That's
Take It,
coming.
man.
It's exciting. We're doing like a new structure this time, which is
For those listening at home and my Aunt Erin, Come and Take It is a comedy festival that is hosted at the Secret Group. I don't believe there was one last year, but it's back, right? Yeah.
Last year it was this thing that happened where we were. I mean, I feel like we don't want to do stuff if it's not gonna be done correctly. That's kind of the idea, which is like put it up to put it up, or it doesn't make sense. So we originally had it in November. Then it got moved to February because of Day for Night and all those and Whatever Fest was like in spring.
Yeah.
And the festival traction in Houston has not been great by any measure, minus Come and Take It. Come and Take It is like the only one that's like been, I won't jinx it, I guess, but it's been doing it. But it moved to February, so in 2016 I think we did, or 2017 I think we did one in February, then we moved it back to November, so we did 2 that year. So in 2018,
oh yeah,
I think in 2018 we just kind of waited until it came back around. So really, it's been almost 2 years, I would say, because 2017 November it would have been 2 years now exactly. That's back. So we skipped a year, but that doesn't mean that it's a year on either side.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's cool. There's Josh Wolf, who's freaking dude has like his YouTube videos have like 25 million views each.
Cool.
Like, it's crazy.
That's almost
he was
as much
the host.
as Effin Ragers.
He's the host of Naked and Afraid on Discovery.
Oh, okay.
He's just done a bunch of writing. Dulce Sloan, who's a correspondent on The Daily Show.
Ooh.
The Goddamn Comedy Jam. Hope that's not a curse. That's part of their name.
Yeah.
That's like, have you seen the Goddamn Comedy Jam?
I have not.
It's cool. It's like basically comics go up and they do a set, and then they like karaoke with the live band behind them, and the song is related to the set. And it was like they did a whole 1 hour special on Comedy Central, and it's like one of the hottest live shows in LA.
Wow.
It's like once a
I'm
month.
gonna go home and watch that.
Yeah, it's cool. They get like amazing comics to go do it. And so like the person will tell like a 10-minute story, and then they'll sing a song related to that story afterwards. With the
That's
live
really
band.
fun.
So they're coming through, and some of the headliners will do it. It's like I think that's the 11 p.m. show on both nights. That's like a super fun show.
Love it.
So Andy Kindler, who's my favorite comic,
He's
Freaking
great.
man. Yeah.
he's the only person I've ever gotten starstruck by. Like we were at
Really?
Moon Tower. Yeah, we were at Moon Tower. Andrew and I were, and this was like 2 years ago. And I saw him, and I just remember like if you guys were talking, I was just standing next to him, going like. And then Andrew came over like vaudevillian style, pulled me over, and I was like, "Wait!" And then later on, I was like, "I'm sorry." And he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "That's Andy Kindler." He's like, "Okay, so why are you?" But there's all these like more famous guys around. I don't care.
Andy Kindler though,
He's just
like,
the best.
He's a legend. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's like Eddie Pepitone, where you're like, are you human or just like a weird little comedy
Who's actually coming to the
creature?
Secret Group?
Yeah, I
too,
saw
in
that coming up.
December.
I'm
Yeah.
super
Cool.
stoked about
Me
that.
and Avery and Matt, English Matt will be opening for him. So that'll
Such
be
a good show.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then JT Haberstaff from Austin with
Yeah,
Austin,
yeah.
so he'll be on it. Yeah. So this year, the cool thing is I think in the past we only did passes.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a weekend pass, which is $69.69. Sex. Or yeah, we're very professional. There, we were like, hey, what do you gotta do to get the numbers to be like that? Or you can get a VIP
Crunching
pass for
numbers for
boobs. No, for five.
Cost 3 farts.
$8,005. I don't know how to.
All right, so this club is on 51st Street, and the club is too small.
Yeah, we just look at Abbott and Costello and we're like, what if we just did that with tickets? So, but you can also buy individual show pass. You can just go to one show. Mm-hmm. So the shows, I think, are anywhere from $10 to $25. Or the pass is like basically about $70, and you get into. You can go to every show if you get there. Like you can move around the whole festival basically. So
can you get like fast passes like you get at Disney, like where you just sit in the front? You get to do 5 minutes if you buy a fast pass.
Yeah. I think there's a VIP one for some amount of money where it includes like extra perks, like some drinks, and because Eighth Wonder is one of the sponsors, and
Nice.
Bravado Spice is one of the sponsors also, who is like just these 3 guys in Houston that are killing it in the sauce. You guys know about them, right?
Yeah. It's always exciting to see them pop up on Hot Ones. You see
Oh
the
my
sauce
God.
there, like, oh, my town. It's time.
So yeah, So that VIP is like some extra stuff too. But yeah, there's like some cool, and then some of the local shows that have been just super popular at the club are a part of the festival. Like Bad Idea is going to be a part of it.
Yeah, I saw Wheelhouse is on there.
Yeah.
Love me Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse is great. It's just like I mean, if you don't know, it's just like a stand-up comedy game show thing where you spin a wheel and you have to do the set under that challenge.
Yeah, what are some of the challenges on there?
Oh man, it's so good, dude. I just did it and I won it,
Oh.
and I almost threw up on it because one of them was like you get like you just like Dusty feeds you like peanut butter like every 15 seconds, and you're just like it's so much butter, dude. It's so much nut butter,
Dude, peanut butter is not good for you.
Dude,
you should not eat that much.
I swear, like in the 4 minutes I did it, I must have had like 6 tablespoons.
Oh,
Like and like by the 4th one, you're like, I'm gonna throw up everywhere.
Oh, God.
One of them,
I think I might prefer that over the one. I just saw one of them was like taking a spoonful of that hottest bravado spice.
We did that
Speaking
one
of that
once.
Again. Yeah.
yeah.
That looked
I once did
miserable.
I once did a.
Can you veto? Like, if that was your challenge, could you be like?
I think the
no.
only one
I think you
could-
get knocked out immediately if you try to. If you're like, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm like,
Wow.
all right,
I think if you
bye.
don't drink and there's like one where you have to take like a couple shots
Okay,
up front, and
yeah.
maybe that one they're like, okay, on ethical grounds, we're not gonna be like, no, be an alcoholic.
Give me that chip.
Relapse,
Take
dude.
this shot.
Some
relapse
vegetarian
or-
like, no, eat that turkey leg.
So one of them was like a funny one that we originally started was called The Bomb, and you had to blow the entire building. No, you had to. It was 9/11 jokes only. No, none of those things. You would go in there and no one was allowed to laugh at your joke, and that one was brutal. You had to like forcibly take and. We thought it was funny, but then we would watch it happen, and it just went from.
It's not funny for anyone.
It felt like we thought that they would be like, ooh, like don't laugh, but they were like, it almost feels like the caricature became real.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, yeah, we're not gonna laugh. Yeah, this guy sucks. Like
Yeah.
you could see them leading.
Screw them. Yeah.
I don't know. It
Oh.
wasn't fun for anybody, so we
Yeah.
changed it to basically there's like one reaction, and it's so insane where they have to laugh at everything. Premises, so the audience is losing their minds so you can't even tell when you're doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the crazy
That's
part.
almost more maddening.
Yeah, so like some comics, the whole show, like you should just lean into it. Every challenge you lean into, it's just fun. But there's also too soon, which is like comics doing jokes about like current events and anything in the now, like pop culture, current events, whatever. And so they're writing material for that show.
Yeah.
That a lot of like comics have actually ended up keeping material for it. I think Victor Tran's Closer is from a Too Soon show. Dale once wrote 19 minutes on it just 'cause he's a madman. And so it's cool because you get to see like never before seen material.
Yeah, I love those
And
kind
there's
of
also
shows.
like some of the headliners will be peppered throughout
Yeah.
the show. So Filth is on it. The Shocker with Jesse Payton, which is just like filthy, dirty, outrageous, not faint of the heart type comedy.
Fart jokes.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's that basically. So yeah, it's cool. There's like a lot of headline Lady Bits, which is all women showcase, funniest women in Houston, and then there will be again. I think Dulce Sloan is headlining that one. And
Nice.
Kieran Deal, who's on this new NBC show called Sunnyside. So there's a lot of good headliners, and they're just peppered throughout. So you could. I hope I've sold it well enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I definitely want to go.
Yeah. No. We'll be there.
Maybe we'll see you there.
Okay.
All right. Now it's time for the last segment.
Mm.
Do you listen to the show?
No, I don't even like you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, sorry for
Oh,
this.
you're gonna love us after this one.
I want a new plug. Tell us what's going on. Tell us all the stuff you're doing after I sing this song. All right, what do you got to plug?
Was that the Ghostbusters?
No, it's Huey Lewis.
They ripped off
It's
Huey
not
Lewis
Ray
for the
Parker
Ghostbusters.
Jr.,
What are
you
doing
numbskull.
Okay.
It's
You plugging
Huey
your
Lewis
terrible
and
music
the
knowledge?
Nude. It's the MIDI version of I Want a New Drug. And it's our plug song. So what do you got to plug?
I have Bad Idea coming up this Friday at the club. Festival we talked about.
Mm-hmm. What are the dates for that?
Oh, November 7th through November 9th. The 7th is a Thursday. It's a kickoff. And then Friday and Saturday are like the big days where it's all night, all day, all night long. So
Very cool. And then do you, if people want to pick up passes, is there come and take a website, or do you do it all through?
you can just do it at the secretgrouphtx.com.
Okay.
Just go to I think November 7th through that 9th time range, and then all the shows will be listed individually. And then there's one on the 7th where you could just buy the weekend pass for the whole thing.
Sweet.
And that gets you into every show. Other than that, what date is it right now?
It's the 14th of October.
The
Tuesday
14th
the
of October. I'll be in Austin. If you're in Austin, no one's in Austin from the. No one's listening. To
I
this
think
in Austin.
one person might
We
accidentally.
got Travis Reyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just message him.
Where can people just follow you in general?
I'll be going down that street in a little
Okay.
bit. Classic, good stuff.
Got it.
It's my full name on everything. No one
Okay.
has this stupid name. So you get Zahid Dewji on everything.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah.
Thank you guys, though. This was fun.
Yeah,
Talk
of
to
course.
you guys.
Cool.
What about you, Connor? What you got?
Nothing. What
Okay.
about you?
This Thursday, as with every Thursday, I'll be at the Secret Group doing Futile Society Improv, only $5 at 8 p.m. to see some hilarious comedy made up on the spot. And Chris is finally coming back from Thailand, so I'm
Ooh.
excited to do this show. He's been gone for a while.
Oh, wait. I'll be at Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, yeah, Cannes Film Festival. Guys, Cannes Film Festival's coming up this Saturday, October 19th at Station Theater. It's a submission-based video show. The theme for it this month, or I guess this year, because I haven't done the show this year at all, is Trick or Teaser. Make a dumb trailer, send it to me. Guys, your iPhone has iMovie built into it. It will make trailers automatically.
That's classist. I don't have an iPhone.
Do you guys say this Saturday at Station?
Yeah.
I think I'm there at Station.
Okay.
At 11 o'clock.
Oh,
for
you're doing the sex
show.
Oh, dude, I'm
so happy you
I'm
told me
sticking
this 'cause
around for that
I
show.
forgot that I was on the show, so I'm glad.
So plug it real quick. Yeah.
I'm at Station Theater at 11 doing a show about sex.
Yeah.
Telling some
Sex
sexy
ed.
stories
Yeah.
that make me look not good at sex.
Come to Station at 9 and stick around the whole night, and we'll tell you when to leave.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Anything
think
else
that's
about
it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Have you ever had your identity stolen, Zod?
No.
Have you ever been robbed or mugged?
No. But.